Mighty Chains, my beloved. One of my favorite added gameplay mechanics in recent Fate Grand Order. They give you a reason to use your quick card, even if you aren't a quick servant. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over the basics of what they gave us. When they added Mighty Chains, they changed 3 different things. First, they changed quick cards. The quick starting bonus is no longer a pithy 30% star gen boost. It's still that, but the rest of the chain also gets a 20% boost in crit chance. This bonus is nice, but we have to look at the circumstances it will see use. If you have, for example, 2 buster cards and a quick card, when would you want to start with the quick card? Quick Buster is usually best for damage. The Buster starting bonus is 50% damage overall. A crit is at least 100% more damage, so it may come down to crit chances. But if there's no crit chances, you're placing hopes in 3 20% chances of double damage instead of 100% chance of 50% more damage. Okay, what if we have 80% chance on all of them? The Quick Starter guarantees the crits. I'd rather just gamble and get that bonus with the 50% bonus, instead of having a guaranteed less damage. If chances are around the middle, then, well, same thing as the previous one, but worse. You're not even guaranteed the crit. Anyways, Quick Starter bonus isn't enough to justify using those cards. Buster and Arts bonuses are just too good. They also changed the Quick Chain bonus. It's 20 stars instead of 10 now. 10 didn't justify using them in traditional non-quick teams. 10 is what it takes to make one card guaranteed to crit, and that ignores star distribution, so it'll usually be a lot lower chances. Most would make around 20 stars from a Quick Chain if you include the quick card hits. The point where you start seeing good crit chances is at about 30 plus stars. That's what this buff does. It gets you into a good range to be able to crit. It's time to talk about Mighty Chains. Mighty Chains happen when you make a rainbow with your cards. When you do, all of the cards receive all of the starter bonuses. 50% damage bonus from Buster, 20% star gen, and 20% crit chance from Quick, and then the Arts bonus too. This is the real meat and potatoes of the update. Don't like quick cards? Well, if you like red and blue, you better start liking green too. You get a good mixture of star gen, damage, and NP gain all in one chain. Thus ends the bare basics of it. It's easy to say that it's good and call it a day because it is good, and it is a day. But to understand how heavily this impacts who, we have to look at each card type and what they gain from it. Let's start with Quick. Quick has always had a focus on making stars to crit. The best cards for a lot of those servants, though, usually aren't quick cards. Let's say their NP does what a quick NP is supposed to do and makes a chunk of stars. You might like the idea of doing an NP quick chain, but a lot of the time you make so many with the NP that you don't need the chain to make more stars. You can't do anything with the stars that are over 50. With Mighty Chains, you can follow up a quick NP with a Buster card for damage and an Arts card for NP gain. That's usually more damage and gain than you'll see out of a Quick Chain, and you'll still get a decent amount of stars because of the NP. This is part of why these days, when I build around an AoE Quick Servant, I find myself using Paracelsus. Those Buster Quick decks usually have great Arts cards, and the gain affects the Quick cards too, so he can enable some spam even though he isn't really a Quick support. Not that we have a lot of those. They don't need help with the star gen if they're spamming their NP. They NP, they crit, they NP, they crit, so on and so forth. They get to do what Arts wants to, but they get card damage like Buster. Mighty Chains benefit Quick the most because it rewards you for not using quick cards. Others argue that the card type that benefits from it the most is Buster. This makes sense. Buster is the worst card type. Quick does star gen, NP gain, and damage. Arts does NP gain and damage, but Buster only does damage. You don't refund with it, you don't make stars with it. Buster NPs don't even scale the highest in damage. They're equal to Arts NPs, which are both inferior to Quick NPs. Due to the fact that NP multipliers don't properly accommodate for quick card damage, they wind up being about 7% stronger than Buster and Arts NPs. You might try to bring up Buster Chains, but the Buster Chain bonus is easily the worst chain bonus. The game says it's an attack boost, but all it is a flat damage boost. 25% of the attacker's attack stat per Buster card. The best thing about the Buster NP was the Buster starting bonus for the follow-up cards after the NP, but now everyone can get that with Mighty Chains. So why does it benefit Buster the second most? Well, it's exactly because of how much Buster cards suck. Let's look at Ibuki. She's great at damage, but she had NP gain issues due to a deck not made for NP gain. Now it's not as much of a problem. She still isn't helping the team make arts chains, but she can get an arts bonus on her quick and arts cards without needing that much help. Let's look at this clip, where Barghest demonstrates why Buster loves it. Both quick cards and arts cards have better uses than Buster cards. They both make charge. Because of it, certain Buster servants can just keep looping in a solo. Steno can infinitely loop against casters in the right conditions. The reason why Buster gets less mileage out of Mighty Chains than Quick in my opinion is because Buster's servant design focuses too much on Buster card damage, specifically, whereas Quick ones are more accommodating for multi-card damage. Well, both of them get a lot more out of Mighty Chains than Arts. Arts is the best card type. Why would you ever want to use a Quick card or a Buster card if you can use Arts cards? The reason why the other ones get more out of it is because they can't make Arts chains. Arts chains are still the best kind of chain because 20% charge is so damn good. It doesn't depend on getting good card draws on the next turn like Quick chains do, and it's miles better than about 10,000 more damage at best from a Buster chain. Why would I follow up on an Arts NP with Quick and Buster? Damage? I'd rather just try to get another Noble Phantasm out there faster. That's more damage in the long run anyways. There's some niche cases where an Arts Servant might like it. Van Gogh and Inshin both have Arts NPs and they really like these updates. That's largely because of their Quick decks though. They can reliably make a bunch of stars in a solo with a Quick chain, and if they want to peak their damage for a turn, they can fit their NP into a Mighty chain and boost a Buster card to all hell. Last up, what kind of chains will be most useful when? There are certain exceptions based off of hit counts, but for the most part, here's how it goes. The best Stargen Mighty chain is Arts Buster Quick. The later cards scale better with their respective card boosts, as you'll see. The best damage Mighty chain usually depends on crit chances and card buffs in the chain. If that's not a concern, the top damage is Quick Arts Buster. Just like last time, the card boost aligns with the scaling from least to most. The best NP gain Mighty Chain is basically always Buster Quick Arts. Even if it's someone odd who has weird hit counts on their Buster card, Buster goes first for gains. The amount of charge a Buster card can get in a chain is a flat bonus that does not scale with placement. Quick and Arts, however, do, so placing them after a Buster will always be more than before the Buster, because the Buster is not going to get any more from being later in the chain. Well, I hope what I said was useful. If so, feel free to drop a like and a sub. If you want to see my videos a little early and use some of my emotes and channel comments, you can click the join link in the description. As always, thanks for watching.